Hey guys, so I'm going to show you how to do a braided bantu knot. I've already started braiding a section of mine, so I'm just going to continue braiding. Braiding on down. You guys can see. So braiding, braiding, braiding until I get to the end. And then I'm just going to twist the ends simply because it just makes take down a lot easier. And then we're going to do just like we do regular bantu knots. We're just going to twist them around like so. And you know what? We're going to twist them right this way. Twist them around just like that. And then I like to tuck the ends under. So we just wrap the hair around itself, just like I did in my the regular bantu knot. The only difference is that you braid it as opposed to twisting it and then wrapping it. We braid it and then wrap it. So I did about 18 of these on my head, and there's some in the back. I also did some braids last night, as you guys can see. I'm not quite finished with my bantu knot, so I'm just gonna braid those up, but it'll be 18. So I did those last night, as you guys can see. Or what am I saying? Not last night. Did them earlier. So I just did the braids up on the sides. I started doing some bantu knots. I'm gonna have 18. By the time I'm done, I just want to show you guys how to do it. And so I'm gonna sleep in them, and then I'm gonna take them down tomorrow. I'll show you guys how to do that. And what else? And I'll show you how to sew. Alright, hey guys, so I'm going to show you how I take them down. I just kind of unwrap them, and so it'll be pretty springy. I just go right on ahead and undo them. It's fairly easy. I just kind of unbraid, unwrap, then unbraid. Okay, so here are all of them taken out. So let me just give you a little bit of advice. If your hair is shorter than mine, and my hair is straightened, it's I want to say an inch or two above bra strap. So if your hair is shorter than mine, I don't necessarily suggest you do as many as I do if you don't want a tight curl. If your hair is longer than mine, I suggest you do them even smaller. The only reason why I do them so small is because my hair is longer, so anything looser would mean I'd have a looser curl. And really, I didn't want a loose curl. I wanted a really tight curl, as tight as I can get it. With, I mean, it's not as tight as I can get it, but pretty tight, because I don't want this to hang low. I don't want it to be too much of a loose curl. If you want a looser curl, you know what to do. You do less bantu knots or braided bantu knots. If your hair is a lot shorter, like let's just say your hair is like neck length, I definitely suggest, if you want a looser curl, to do a few more than I did. I did 18. Or a little less, sorry. But because your hair isn't as long, understand that it's not going to wrap around as many times, so it won't be as long as of a ringlet. So you may want to go ahead and do maybe a little bit smaller than me so you can get a tighter curl, but once it falls throughout the day, it'll be, a really nice loose curl. But anyways, I took them out. I'm just going to go and separate further. And then I'll just, throw something up really quickly so you guys can get the idea of what this looks like. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go separate, and I'm gonna, like I've shown you guys before, shake at the roots. You don't necessarily have to do a whole head shake, but you definitely want to do a root shake. I didn't unbraid. Okay, so this is the Bantu knot that had all the braids. I didn't undo the braid yet because I'm not sure if I want to keep the braid in to do some sort of wrap style or unloosen them. So just in case, I just didn't undo the braids. But anyways, I did about 7 on each side. These are really small braids, little cornrows. I just want you guys to know, this idea actually came from Beautiful Brown Baby Doll to do the sides, but she does hers in 2-strand twists and then did it in a really cute roll. I might do the roll, I'm not really sure, but her hair is all natural, and so she has a lot more texture to her hair than I did. So if I'm going to do the roll, I could definitely do it on these Bantu knot or braided Bantu knots because now I have more texture to the hair. But we'll see. So this idea came from her to do the braids on the side up like that. I just want you guys to know that it is not as easy. It's not easy. Not because it's cornrowing, because cornrowing is really easy for me, but it's really hard because of the angle. I literally had to braid pretty straight up, and it was so hard because you had to be awkward angle. You don't even want to know how bad it was. It was pretty bad. It was so bad, it literally took me an hour on each side. This should take you 10 to 15 minutes on each side, if that much. But because of the angle, it took me a lot longer because I do one, then I had to take it out because it didn't look that good. It was really bad. Let me tell you, it was so bad. Oh my god. I mean, the hardest part I want to say was parting. Also, parting was really difficult because you have to make sure that these are relatively in the same spot and kind of going in the same direction. And so I did this side first, and this wasn't too bad. This side actually took me a little less than an hour because I have this really weird way of doing things, making sure that they're even by simply pressing. So if I did this one, this is where the back braid is. I just needed to, when I did my parts, press to make sure that I was in the same vicinity, and I can kind of gauge it from there. It's really weird, I know. But anyways, I'm going to go and separate and shake, and I'll come back and show you guys an idea of what this looks like before styling. Alright.